Ba-ba. Go. Alright. So, hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're doing another episode of Lex Arcana Susurros Alienorum, as we look in on a Cantabarum traveling on the eastern region of Iberia near the Lusitanian Mountains, investigating something rather dire and dark once again, fresh off a rather nasty ambush. But hey, they survived, so you know, silver linings. I mean, no, we're happy for them.
Barely.
So, the lot of you had battled some brigands who had assaulted you in your regular clothes, and in desperation you were able to slay many of them, and capture 3 of them near a small forester house near the mountain ranges, mountain paths and passes of the mountain, just north of Augusta Emeritus and across the river Annis. I believe some healing has happened. I think some people were treated by this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've all
Yes.
gotten
We've all been treated.
first aid.
Yeah.
It was despicable because you guys did all the work.
I think when we left off, Tiberius was wanting to interrogate the captured prisoners.
Oh yes,
That
we need someone to roll to wake them up, because his intention of waking someone up was slapping them in the face, which is not a Lex Arcana approved way to work somebody.
I can try to wake them kindly, basically. Give them a bit of time for now. Just get them sorted, get maybe in off the road a little bit so we don't block and shit like that, and then
It's a first aid roll, basically, right?
yeah.
Scientia.
What's the diff?
The diff is, because they're not dying, it is merely 6.
Would you like me to assist?
Let's all roll, because I have the tendency to just roll free. Or
I
14.
mean, that's fair. Okay, what is my design here again? I need to check. Because I do not remember. There it is. Okay. That many. Good thing I checked. I would have been wrong.
Bigger, so we know it.
See, the
Might as
worst
well.
thing is, oh god, now you exploding. I rolled really well,
Oh.
but it scares me that I did.
Fate intervenes for Yulia.
$13.
Still the best roll means 8. So yep, they heal 3 HP. And they are bound and woken, surrounded by the 4 of you, plus Ferox.
Right, let's start this off very simple. I will approach him very menacingly, as it were, axe unslung, and I will simply ask him, who sent you?
Remember, these guys were young and apparently new.
So they were.
Give me some debello as you're flexing and intimidating and menacing at the guy. Let's see how much information you're able to extract from him. Because he might try to play tough with you, which is not smart, but no one said NPCs were smart.
A 9 overall?
A 9, he tried to roll back. Not great dice for this, I don't think. Ba-ba-ba. Humans. Everyone is human. Indri. Brigands. Your number is this? How many of this? He is yelling at me. So, ba-ba. Nope. You beat him by 6, so that means, yeah, complete success. Well, you see, I was just doing, a job, and I figured it'd be easy, and, gonna go fine, and, well, you proved a lot tougher than they told us you'd be, or that anyone would be.
Silence.
Okay.
Where is your base?
Well, my base?
Your base.
It's at the well, it's two places, really. It's the there's the pass. We usually meet up there sometimes and camp, or we'll camp out at the watchtower.
Who is we?
Who is we? Who is your leader?
He's I just know him as Marcus. But no. Gribonius. Yeah.
Is he bullshitting me?
You saying Marcus Scribonius or just Scribonius?
He said both. Sensibility.
Okay.
Well, screw sensibility. I'm getting all up in his face and I'm asking him, are you bullshitting me?
Your debella has already come and gone. You can roll sensibilitas to hone that. See if he's lying to you because he's scared of you, or he's lying to you because he's lying to you, or he's just telling you the truth.
Sensibilitas? Okay, it's not a
Help
terrible
him with
roll.
the listening, even if it's not with the talking.
You could roll sensibilitas since this is a private conversation.
There's
I'll try
another
to help.
9.
Oh, good job, man.
Once I figure out. Oh, that many. I am unlikely to help, but I will try. Gods intervene.
Fate
Huzzah.
intervenes. Fate intervenes.
The fates intervene. Sorry.
Fortuna.
The fates do not
Huzzah.
intervene, but it was dang close.
What are you doing here? Can you please stop rolling all the good rolls out?
And this, yeah, God.
The
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
eyes,
seriously.
wasting all the good rolls here. People
the
die.
eyes of Yulia Rafina. This is a young man who is plumb scared because this is the face of someone who wasn't just defeated. They were defeated by someone they clearly know is not their match. It is one thing to pick on a traveler. It is a whole other thing to pick on someone who is either an ex-legionnaire or an ex-praetorian. This person realizes they're outmatched and they're trying very hard to answer your questions. Perhaps a little too hard to answer truthfully, but they're trying.
I'll look over to Yulia and non-verbally ask for a confirmation. Like, is he bullshitting me?
I'll shake my head no. He's not
Alright.
bullshitting.
And how many men under his command? Think carefully now, lest your mother go home without a child tonight.
Well, let me think.
Think harder.
I've seen at least a sentry, but I've heard there might be more, but I don't know that for sure. I do know there's at
I'm
least...
sorry, a century is 100 men, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You say that there are 100 bandits in those hills.
At least.
It is Spain.
All right. The
And
asses
you're
will
not-
run tight.
Spain.
Corvus like steps up to him and like uses his hand to like pry his mouth and look at his teeth and like feel his shoulders and arms and kind of nod. He'll bring a good price. They're always looking for healthy young men for the silver mines.
Or perhaps we put him on an imperial boat. Have him row until his hands are raw and his back is raw from all the whipping he's going to receive.
Yeah. More money from the silver mines, and I mean, he won't last as long as he would on a galley, but still.
I think this youngster has some sea legs, potentially. It seems it's your lucky day. You get to live. For now. Come, let's bind him up, put him on someone's horse. And I don't know about you, but this... I want to wear my armor. I don't feel safe on these roads. What do you think?
I agree. I don't want to be caught unawares and unarmed again.
Yet we are still trying to be somewhat incognito. We could pass as legionnaires.
Instead of putting him on a horse, Corvus is going to make sure their hands are bound tightly and then like run a line through them all so we can drag them behind it, let
The
them
chain
walk
gang.
behind us. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, what do you think? Armor or no armor? We can always take off the Lex Arcana insignia.
I mean, the city's right where we're heading is right here.
You think it might not be worth it?
I'm honestly not going to bother.
Fair. But if there's another ambush at the bridge, so help me so help me Mars, I will slay someone.
Looks menacingly at the augur.
Right, you three imbeciles. We're going to march.
You say to two unconscious people and one awake person.
God. Can you get the others up?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will try to wake the others as well.
Tientia. That one's
I got one of
fine.
them.
I get the second belly.
Yeah, with your quick, because you only need at least 1 HP for them to not be unconscious anymore. So, and the three of them are in no mood to fight you. 1, they're unarmed. 2, they're bound. And 3, they're surrounded. They see 4 other dead bodies around. So maybe this is the time to call it lucky.
Right, let's mount up and let's go. And as for
Yes.
them, the crucifix is perhaps the best thing that could happen.
We sell them into slavery. That's
Yes, but it's not up to us to decide. It's up to the governor, no? Or didn't we talk about this last time?
yeah. I mean, honestly, I think we captured them. They're pretty much ours to figure out what to do with. In this
I suppose
social
you're right.
milieu.
I
I mean,
suppose
we can
you're
turn them in. We can report to the guard, but as travelers, even turning them over to the authorities, we would demand payment because I mean these guys are walking money at this point as captives.
I wonder if there are bounty hunters looking to maybe pay for some men like these.
Yeah, there'll be a slave market in the town.
Very good.
Cross the bridge without incident.
Thank the gods.
A nice stone bridge, well maintained, as Iberia has long been part of Rome, and it is said that if you are outside of Italia, the most Italian-looking part of the empire is Iberia, where it has been held in control for a very long time, since before the Imperium, for that matter. That was held during the Republic.
And on the way, Corvus, like who's leading the guys, will talk to one of them. Why'd you turn to banditry anyway? A risky career.
Give me a roll of the society. Your difficulty is reduced because they have the belief that they're not gonna die. Because you could just kill them and take their stuff and be done with it, but you're putting them through the legal system.
Nah, nothing.
But you come up a little too threatening.
These society's the worst.
They don't seem particularly enthused. They don't really think you have their best interests at heart.
Wait, I'll ride up next to him and I'll tell them he asked you a question. Answer him.
DeBello.
Damn right.
Actually, hold on. I might roll crap. Hold on. I might have failed that roll. Because it is a rollback. I'm supposed to roll against. And the society is pretty terrible. It is. I might have failed anyway. I did. Never mind. These people are idiots. I forget that NPCs aren't that clever.
These people are idiots. I, however, am a moron with a 7.
Well, I mean, look, they said we can make a lot of denarii doing this, and you know, they look pretty strong. I mean, if it was a small band out here, I mean, that's just dumb. But when you're looking at a century of people, maybe more, you think you have good chances of making good money. We've made good money for the last couple weeks. So you lot came along.
These guys seem like pretty healthy. I mean,
yeah,
you know, because, you know, people often turn to banditry when times are hard for whatever reason. So it doesn't look like these people are, you know, have been, you know, malnourished or anything like that, and they certainly aren't coming off like escaped slaves.
Yeah, doesn't seem like crime of desperation is what you're saying.
Yeah. So you got recruited.
Yeah.
By who? Marcus? Or whatever you said his name was?
Yeah, Scribonius. Only dimwit up front there would to call him Marcus to his face.
Oh?
Yeah, I said it
Why
to him.
was that?
I said it to him once. I mean, you know, I was... Not like he's gonna fire me again. I'm already in trouble, but, he seemed a bit... For a guy as well armed and armed as he is, I actually thought he was the head of the auxiliary. Not realizing he was the head of the century. So that was a mistake I used to make.
Runs things along a military line, does he? Centuries and auxilia.
Yeah. The other two things.
Ex-legionary?
He looked like one. So probably.
Or just someone who likes the dress and put on airs.
He generally hang out in the mountain camps, or is he more of a townie?
I've only really seen him out in the mountains. I've never gone to town with him. We were never supposed to cross the River Annis, so...
Why not?
As you approach Augusta Emeritus, a fortified city that has been part of the Empire for centuries. On a glance, yeah. doing any sort of armed action south of the river is a way to awaken the legion that garrisons there. That's a fight.
Gotcha.
Even a Lux Arcana sentry. Well, actually, Lux Arcana sentry would stomp them, but
Most ordinary bandits wouldn't stand
No.
a chance.
Right.
Group of well-armed, well-financed mercenaries, maybe, but a bunch of brigands with slings, no, they'd melt.
Right, so whence to, comrades?
I suppose we go to the city so that we can make contact with our contact there, deal with these ones. And I'll jerk my thumb at our prisoners and
Yeah.
make sure that the Legion is aware of their activities.
Let's get these guys sold off, and we'll. I think our plan had been to find rooms, and then for Yulia to use her patrician wiles to get a meeting with our contact before announcing that we were Lex Arcana here in town, since we're supposed to play it low key.
Yeah. I believe you are correct.
So yeah, let's report bandits to the authorities and sell these guys off to whoever.
It is a simple matter to turn over the bandits, and the guard is more than happy to take them off your hands. And if you were a bunch of traveling vagabonds and mercenaries, the coin they offer you would probably be attractive. However, you're employed by the Emperor. Money isn't really an issue for you all that often.
I mean, we'll still take it graciously and, go to the tavern with it, but later.
Yeah, but we're not advertising we're employed by the Emperor, so yeah, we'll take it.
You're so poor. Look at us.
And I'll actually note to you that normally on a bridge, that fine, you would be told, but it would seem that because this bridge has been here for so long, and this region has been so prosperous and at peace, the bridge must have been paid for by this point. So the Empire could charge, but the local governor could change their mind and charge tolls because they could charge higher tariffs for merchants or for priests or for mercenaries, whatever. But for whatever reason, they must be doing well enough that they don't see a need to charge anything at the bridge, nor toll for the gates.
Nice.
That's usually a good sign the place is doing well. Like a region that can afford to just waive taxes it could totally call, or tolls rather. Then that either means an administrator who's stupid or an administrator who's doing perfectly fine.
Well, we'll wager on the perfectly fine for now until proven otherwise.
So yeah, let's find lodgings, maybe hit the public baths. I'm sure we need it by now, after going cross country and getting beat up a bit.
Yeah.
And then Yulia can, while that's happening, maybe send a message and arrange for an audience.
That's what I will do.
Right. For everyone who is not on sneaky sneak duty, I will ask for Ingenium.
Oh boy, oh no, actually it's an okay.
As you get a feel for Augusta Emeritus.
So it begins.
Tiberius is far too concerned with getting a nice bath, getting his clothes fixed, sharpening his weapon. Like, whatever. It's a city. You've traveled around.
The Fates want me to know more about this place.
Indeed, the Fates intervene.
I would say so.
Oh,
19.
Corvus, you and Calypso have time to kind of take in the sights and really observe this historic city of the Empire and get a feel if it feels wrong or off. And you've been, so far, your first couple assignments have been in cities in crisis and turmoil. Cities that weren't quite right, with false memories and doomed whispers. Augusta Emeritus has none of that. It feels like a proper city of Rome. And actually, for the two of you, it's probably the first time you've been in a city that's been like... Well, no, you've been in other cities on your travels, but... this... I doubt either of you have been this far west in the Empire, since you both come from more northeastern Rome. So there's a bit of Iberian tourism comfort for you. That sense of wonder of this old... It looks Iberian, but it's still very Roman. There's still hints of alabaster here or there, still hints of how the locals do things. But nothing... There's maybe a couple of tolerated cult stuff going on from locals. But nothing even close to forbidden. The Roman gods are honored here. The Olympians and stuff. And you find that the guard here seems to be well within their proficiency. They're attending to the law as they should. Litter is a minor factor. It doesn't happen all that often. It still happens because it's a major settlement. So no matter, even Rome, actually Rome famously can be kind of a dirty place in the wrong spots. But this is smaller than Rome, so it's expected to be a little cleaner, a little more kept together, and this one is. There is sometimes among the tolerated, you do see like the Christians and the Judah and so on that are here, which very far from home, but the Empire has seen fit to be a little more lenient about these people. It's not worth... They're not forbidden. Better to chase forbidden cults than tolerated ones. You see an Egyptian merchant, like who just happens to be staying here and doing things and working on stuff. You even see them again at the bath. But there is one thing that catches Corvus's eye and ear. It's not loud or obnoxious. It's just every so often you see it here or there. There's people who have a relief, a token about their person. It may be a brooch or a necklace, maybe a bangle, and it holds itself in a strange symbol that looks almost Celtic, which seems off because you're pretty far away from Britannia to be seeing Celtic emblemanology. And I'm trying to tell you what it looks like. Yep. Got what the emblem. You see what appears to be stylized eyes and what appears to be some sort of goat on a mountainside sort of thing. Like it actually looks like it's like lovingly crafted. The details get lost a little bit, but after you see it like 10 or 20 times, you're like, oh, I get what that's supposed to look like. Because some people, poor people, it'll just be kind of like a bit of wood and it's roughly the right shape. Other people will be like carved ivory and it looks brilliant. So to others, it's a neat piece of local jewelry. But to your eye, Corvus, it is plainly some sort of religious token.
So worn by both the poor and the wealthy?
Yep.
And like, okay.
And in the nicest parts of them, the ivory ones, they actually have written out in the bottom, Memoria Obita. Meanwhile, Yulia Rafina,
Yes.
you are you're essentially going to be doing a presentation test. The difficulty is going to be higher because you're presenting in secret. So it's going to be a little harder to get at the person you want to talk to. But if you hit it, then you'll overcome because you're coming in not looking Lex Arcana. You're telling them, no, really, I am who I say I am. And there's extra steps in your presentation that normally wouldn't be there. But, if you're trying to keep your head down, this is the way you're supposed to do it.
Okay. So, the society?
I want to double check to make sure. Presentation is an Octortus roll.
Oh. Tortoise. Very well. Where the heck? There's my token. Seven.
7. Yep. So you have you made your introductions in secret, mostly by paper and coded words. The average guard would think odd of it. You would simply insist that it be taken up with their superior, and there's a way to do that. And you find yourself stymied pretty badly. As it seems that you are struggling to get the word to him. So you end up spending a lot of time having to re-explain yourself to various chain of command. So eventually you get some functionary that acquiesces and just simply says, fine. The governor will see you later today. Go away.
What time?
After the sun has set.
So the
Very well.
censor is also the governor?
Yeah, you get the feeling something got confused.
But we are looking to meet, not with the governor.
Then why are you here, Yulia Rafina? Oh no, you wouldn't see. He wouldn't know that 'cause you're being secretive. Why would you?
Yes.
Why are you here, Lady Patrician? That he could tell from your attire.
I will sigh. I seek Gaius Livius, the censor, stationed here.
I'll set up a meeting with him then, I guess. After the sun sets, same time. We have business to do. Now, if you have nothing else, I would ask you kindly to please carry on your day. The power and peace of Rome upon you. Next.
No Oreos? Oreos are not for kittens.
Sorry.
So you got an audience, but it was rough.
I will clench my teeth and leave before I give this guy the tongue lashing that I so richly desired.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a way to put him in his place, but you'd have to give away who you are and stand on ceremony. You're kind of meeting behind in an alley somewhere in an eve. It's all kind of hush-hush and quiet.
You can make him regret that later.
Yeah.
Better than punish him now, make him regret it later.
Exactly. Revenge is a dish that's served cold.
So you find the others, and probably after taking a quick bath at the Thermae and gathering up afterward to kind of, as you're kind of all four of you are kind of having a nice time relaxing and cooling off from the heat. Thankfully, there's a nice autumn air going on, so there's a nice breeze kind of blowing through as well. So it's kind of pleasant.
Yay.
What have you found?
Corvus will share what he's scene of the city, and honestly, it's kind of refreshing after the last couple of places we've been. This seems to be well maintained, well run, proper city. Only odd thing was this Celtic symbol I saw being worn. I've no doubt it's some sort of religious symbol. Interestingly, it seems to cross class lines, kind of like the Christians do. The more wealthy wearing it have an inscription, Memoria Obita, the memory of death, if I'm translating that right, Corby.
You're right. See, everyone, Latin isn't useless. Keep taking it in school.
When you go to tour a cathedral, you can read some stuff that's carved in the walls.
Should we be concerned about a minor tolerated cult? Are they even tolerated? Who even are they?
I would require Demacia to nail that down.
No, they certainly weren't hiding
Yeah.
symbols.
Okay, so how well did you describe it? I think that's the main question.
He can assist, so that brings down the difficulty, because he actually can help you. Like, see that guy over there? And you're like, oh, that guy. Well, that lady has one too. Okay.
I don't know how I overlooked that. I'm usually the one that should look after that, but we already established that I'm a shit augur.
Well, my magia is better than my de societe.
For Calypso, it's more of a, people wear all kinds of things that look pretty. Not all of them have magical significance. And these don't have the telltale signs of like runes or special crystals or anything like that. They just look like pretty jewelry. You'd have to have a very sharp eye to catch that sort of. 9 was the roll you gave me.
No.
5 was the assist, I believe. I pinged. Why? Oh, okay. That's... Not enough. 9 tells you something, doesn't it? Yeah, it tells you a bit. Calypso, you recognize... Yeah, well, you have to think about it, because you're not from here, but you've learned a bit in the Lex Arcana about the various tolerated faiths. And one that seems to be pretty popular in the Iberian Peninsula is the worship of Ataegina. Basically, there's some Celtic influence in the Iberian Peninsula that has migrated into the area through people who ship and merchants and stuff like that. Some of it's believed that it could have some local... It has like a Celtic Iberian mix that kind of formed this particular faith. In essence, from what you recall, she's referred to as... roughly translates to Renascida, or the reborn one, or one who is repeatedly reborn. And beyond that, it's hard to get into the details. You do know it's a tolerated faith because because she doesn't, despite the name, she doesn't call for like the Christians. They don't call for resurrection of the dead. They're not necromancers, but they keep to their faith. They do have a temple nearby. Memoria Obita is like a phrase said in the region that refers to her or one of her temples.
What was the name of the goddess again? Not the translation, but the...
Ataegina. That in 20?
Gracias. Got it.
And Yulia.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sorry, I'll let Calypso say what she will say. You might not share that information.
Oh, she shares that information. she shares it in her weird I'm super self-conscious that I'm like that I'm possibly wrong and have no idea kind of way. I think we established that. So she's basically like, I think it's that.
The kind of augur I trust, the augur who doesn't quite believe themselves. An overly self-assured augur is one that's a con artist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only reading what people tell me or what the gods tell me, so I shouldn't be too too selfish in my reading because then I would interpret. I'm not there for that. Yeah, but I don't know much about it, so we might need to look into that a little bit. Only something with multiple rebirthing kind of situations.
Yulia, give me Ingenium.
Ingenium. Very well. That many. Okay. Mm. Not very.
You remember your late husband having that emblem on a bracelet he had once. You're not sure if he was a follower, he never spoke about it, but you do remember him wearing that emblem. So either he was secretly following them or he knew someone who did.
Interesting. I'll keep that part to myself for now. Just because. I'd rather have a better understanding of what their involvement is first.
Cat giving you trouble?
Well, his little teeny tiny claws are like the width of a molecule, so yes.
I mean, your leg just looks like something to climb up on.
I heard.
No, he's already up on the desk. Yeah. He's going after my hands as I type.
Yeah. Don't
Cute.
move. Stop.
Just don't ever move your hands. You'll be fine.
What? Oh, careful, buddy. Oh,
Does he like to go try to attack pens?
Not yet. I don't think he's quite realized they're there yet. This is his first time really clawing around the desk, so I'm sure he'll get into all sorts of trouble.
I used to have a cat that would attack my pen anytime I tried to write anything.
Oh, I got one of those, yeah.
It was the most fun game in the world. Especially because if she caught my fingers, I made funny noises.
So what is our course of action?
So
I think we go meet this.
Yeah, we have a meeting set up this evening.
As well as I figured, but until the evening we have some time. I have an idea.
What do you want to do?
Let's get recruited by Marcus.
I mean, you might be possible for it.
Corvus is not bad with a sword. Neither are you.
Yes, but I don't exactly look like a hill bandit now, do I?
Well, hill bandits can come from all sorts of walks of life, I suppose. Besides, don't you think those bandits could use a sponsor?
Perhaps.
Well, I'm the most horrible bandit you could ever imagine, so.
But you are an ogre. And that
I'm not
within
sure if that
itself,
helps.
well, it carries a certain weight, I would say.
I don't
The
really
Lex
think.
Arcana certainly has use for it.
Are you calling the Lex Arcana bandits?
No,
Far from it.
See,
more
that's
s-
what I mean. I don't know if bandits necessarily. No, that wouldn't work.
more I'm saying that only fools do not respect the will of the gods.
Why they find different gods.
And judging by the tales those three have spun to us, at least, then this Marcus fellow doesn't seem like a fool. He leads his troops in a, legion sort of way. I can only imagine that he is an ex-soldier. Or even worse yet, an ex-centurion. Soldier, perhaps we could deal with, but a centurion is an entirely different matter.
I'm not sure how that advances our mission here. It might, but I don't see it yet.
Well, the local legionaries are not keen on doing anything about the bandits. And yet...
We don't know that yet.
It is true, we don't know. Yet somehow I figure that there would be more road patrols. Correct me if I'm wrong, comrades, but they were sort of scarce when we were out there. Right?
Well, we didn't come from the main roads. We came cross-country the last ways to follow to throw off anybody who might be following us.
So we did, but consider this. This town seems prosperous, well so beyond its means, perhaps. Long has it been in the Empire, perhaps. They are no longer charging tolls. They are doing well. Evidently. Yet, evidently, they cannot patrol outside their own gates. Why is that?
That is fair speculation, but without more evidence, that's all it is.
I understand.
I think we should wait and see what the censor has to say. As of yet, we don't have enough to say what the local constabulary is and isn't doing and why.
Let us get something to eat then, perhaps. I'm famished.
Yes.
I think since I've already walked around the town some, though, I think Corvus will pick up a good set of leather armor for traveling and for hot places. As good a set as I can find, anyway.
Easily done. Augusta Emeritus is a major settlement.
Cool. I'll note that.
Any special actions by anyone else before nightfall?
What did Corvus do?
Bought some leather armor.
Yeah.
Can I have a walk around the forum, get a pulse of the canal, as it were?
What are you on the lookout for?
Nothing. I'll just try and take in the sights and the scenery and hear what people are talking about, walk around, buy an orange, eat an orange, sit, eavesdrop, those kind of things.
Do some people watching?
Mostly, yeah, just people watching,
I think I would actually just walk through the city and see what temples they have. Or
Yeah,
what
good
kind
to
of
stop by the temples while we're
communities.
here. That's a good idea. After the
Yes.
armor, I'll swing by.
For the people.
Diana's
We
place.
can just go together and basically
Yeah, that works.
buy some armor on the way for you.
Yep, that works.
Because you find the way, I won't.
Give me the Scientia, people watcher.
You hate me, don't you?
No, you're the one that's doing investigative stuff. I'm just answering your request.
Curse upon you and your line.
I mean, if you want to lose 2d6 pietas, keep it up.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I rolled a 2, so yeah.
Yeah, you do your walking about and asking around, and really what it comes down to is this is not your part of the world. Everything is so strange and different from how it is in Mauritania or how it was in Rome. It is Roman, but it is most decidedly Iberian. There's just ways. I mean, thankfully, people do speak Latin here, so you're not completely at a loss. But every so often, you do run into people who speak one of the local lingua, and you're almost immediately lost because you don't speak any of the local languages. I don't believe.
Very well then, I shall buy an orange in the city.
Iberian, Latin, Gaelic, Punic, or Celtic.
Punic. I speak Punic.
I'll tell you on a Punic level, as it were, that there does seem to be a few people of the Punic region who are here, a little more than you might expect. But that also could be the fact that this is a major settlement, and the Empire has been prosperous and at peace and insular for some time, for a couple emperors. So travel across the Empire it's still tricky, it's still dangerous to a degree, but we're not talking the age of changing emperors or the civil wars of the Republic. This is a much more peaceful time, at least to the average citizen. Lex Arcana know better. The Empire is at war constantly. It's just an inward war. But yeah, there just seems to be more people of a Punic cultural group than you might expect, as opposed to Iberians or Romans, Latins.
So it is. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Calypso and Corvus.
Yes.
We'll call upon the two of you first at Magia as you go touring about the temples. You might notice something in your temple run, as it were.
Imperial cultures apply.
Say again, please.
Does imperial cults apply?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
It finally applies, yay, sorry.
I'm with her, so
Nice.
I can help.
Can you, though, with your rolls?
I mean, I can lower the difficulty.
Well,
Okay.
maybe the difficulty was 18, you don't know.
Oh no,
Oh, but then I could lower it to 16. See?
but it isn't enough.
But, in actuality, though, you do see that the gods here are honored. Jupiter's quite prominent, which makes sense. Jupiter is the king of the gods, as it were, one of the most important gods of Rome. One god that seems to be more represented than you might think is Proserpina, the goddess of spring.
Interesting.
She is also one of fertility and springtime growth, and things like that. And also, some would say, the queen of the underworld.
No, I mean, just no Diana of the underworld, but
You do find, with that good rule too. I'll also say you do find a minor Christian shrine here, with some local
God
followers
eaters.
who are kind of they're tucked away in a bit near the edge of town, where some of the more the carpenters, the fishers, those sort of folk. Not the rich folk, but that's where all the nice temples. All the nice temples are built by the patricians in lesser and the rich folk and landowners. But this area is kind of like a bunch of people kind of help build a little place to go, and they can kind of go here. But you are, without digging into people's houses and scrabbling around in records, you don't see any of the signs of a forbidden cult here. There's the tolerant cults of the Christians. Surprisingly, they have a temple. That's usually pretty hard. I mean, it's a shrine, it's not big, but that's, they must be doing pretty well here to actually be able to get one of those. The thing that stands out is Proserpina being more represented here than you would expect. Then again, that does kind of track a little bit with the idea of how much farmland supports the region. So maybe there's something to tie that in, given the amount of agricultural wealth this part of the province gets.
Corvus, what I find kind of despicable. There's way too little places to worship Apollo.
There should be more. Yeah, that's true. There is one. There's an Apollo temple, because
I bet it's like everything that's like school themed is like the Apollo shrine, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find the temple to Diana, and Ferox and I will go make an offering.
You make an offering of Ferox. Got it. So you need
No, you misunderstood me.
I misinterpreted you on purpose. Any wanderings Yulia does before evening comes?
I'll go find the Temple of Mercury and make an offering.
I actually might make an offering at a school. That's all I get.
You all make your respects and see yourselves well into the night, acting as good, pious Romans should. I mean, Tiberius less so, but to be fair, his piety was when he slayed a bunch of bandits north of the Anus. So
we have to point out he hasn't had beef with Mars in a while. Like,
Oh no, I did. He forsook me last time as well, I think.
yeah, but it's like last session.
No, not last session.
See, that's
when
a
we were
session
still in
without
Mauritania.
trouble.
When we were still in Mauritania, he forsook me once.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. When you were in that water.
If you hadn't gone mouthing other gods.
Yeah, but that makes multiple weeks of no problems with Mars. So
Yeah.
you're getting better at that.
Pretty good by your standards.
bars are easy to get over when they're on the floor. What the? Why am I? Oh, wrong notes. Whoops. These ones, not those ones. Thank you. Your name, sir? It was. Last, not as first. Brain power. Let's go. Nope, not sci-fi. Wrong game.
They call him Lucius Bubba's.
And the lot of you will meet in secret at first you get to the governor's house where they asked you to come back, and then you are surreptitiously redirected to the home which Gaius Livius is working out of, and you find him in a rather finely appointed estate here in Augusta Emeritus. And upon meeting him, you see him lounging rather comfortably. And despite being in not his own home, but a home that he has here, he is in his full ceremonial toga with a broad purple stripe, with a few of his personal lictors bearing the fasces at the far corners of the room, kind of adding a bit of formality to a house. So to make this as official as you can while having it in someone's essential living room. He kind of just waves you all unceremoniously to sit on the cushions next to him.
I will sit.
Mm-hmm.
I will sit as well.
Yep.
Greetings, Censor.
Greetings
Ow.
to you. You who give the keywords and emblems of the Emperor's chosen hounds, sniffing out Iberian runt. I presume you have your bona fides to present.
I present them.
He waves to Lictor, kind of walk over and hand it to him, and there is a brief moment where Lictor takes it from you and holds it for a second before handing it over. You, as Lex Arcana, know that's a safeguard for the sensor. It's in case something's enchanted in it that it will go, if it goes off, it'll go off on the Lictor. They don't tell the Lictors that. It's just a part of the ceremony, like one of a million things you do as part of your work. Not knowing why you do it, but some things are meant to protect the powerful from the magical. And then it's handed over to the censor, and he looks over the bona fides, and the process goes back in reverse in the same order. So he hands it to the Lictor holds it for a second, and then hands it to you, for the same reason, to protect you in case he does something to it. This is a level of protocol you're not used to outside of Lex Arcana teaching a Scalara. Like, this is very formal, very precise in what you're supposed to do.
Okay. I will fall back on proper protocol and etiquette as I've been probably raised on. Because I'm comfortable with this sort of thing.
So,
Plus, if he wants to be exacting, I can be exacting right back.
So I'm in the company of those who would represent imperial might and peace in the magical and practical sense, some would say. Pray tell, do you know of the city you operate in? Is it quite the squalor and cesspool as you might think it to be compared to Rome?
Few places are as much of a cesspool as those sheltered in Rome seem to think so, I have found. Some are, but they number few. And I will say that with a smile.
You would be the Duplicarius Julia Rufina?
That is me.
That would be the Duplicarius Corvus.
Censor?
The Gregarius Calypso.
Yes.
And, as he begins to address you, Tiberius, Ingenium.
Okay. Six.
You've met this man before, which you were a Praetorian, that's not the weirdest thing in the world, but you remember he was involved in something, some scandal in Rome.
Okay, well.
And you'd be Gregari Tiberius,
Yes, Censor.
formerly of the Praetorian Imperial Guard.
Yes, Censor.
Well. And if messages are to be believed, the four of you have been responsible for the downfall and ruination of at least 2 senatorial families, and the death and dismemberment of several Roman citizens. Am I incorrect?
That is Arcana business, Censor.
I would say they brought their downfall upon themselves. We were only its instruments.
Huh. And thus, what has brought down your sword into Iberia?
Which it's orders, isn't it?
Don't think he's British.
It's all right. Oh, I am. Not really.
Okay, sharp.
Which it's orders, isn't it? That's why we're here. Orders.
Aren't you German?
Radian.
Radian,
Apparently
sorry.
different. I think I'm Swiss.
Yeah. They're Germans, right? Same difference. And I never get to go to Switzerland ever again.
Yeah, it's like Germans, but rich and funnier talking.
Other side of Switzerland, not Alsace-Lorraine, which has always been German, unless they've always been French, depending on what's happening.
You have orders, then?
Yes,
Order papers, please.
I will provide them.
The ceremony goes through, and it comes back to you.
I like to see basically if I can see a reaction from him, like if there's any or none. It's kind of like while he goes through it.
Give me 50 euro, and I'll tell you.
50 euro.
This is such a get us out of the way mission. We don't have like any remit to do anything except investigate and report back.
Give me a roll of sensibilities.
Anybody in particular, or all of us?
Your augur was being nosy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm nosy and distrusting.
So an augur is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I can dial this. Important. Yes.
It's a divine snitch, as I said last time. No, a divine narc. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Correct me on my Roman knowledge here, folks, but are censors of a particularly exceptional caliber, or is it more political a point to you? I thought it was more the latter than the former.
Well, it's both. It's both. I mean, they're supposed to be like really, like long-serving members of the Senate, former consuls, because their whole deal is they have the power to decide, okay, this person is no longer qualified to be a senator. So they're supposed to be like usually older men of high auctoritas in the Roman sense rather than the game sense, who've had a lot of public service behind their belts, and yeah.
Okay, I'll up their dice. I was thinking a base D5 dice value was kind of silly for. Like, he's not just any old politician. He's a little more important than that. I just want to make sure. I just don't want to make him too important.
Now, I mean, that's the theory. In reality, sometimes
Politics is politics.
Right. Yeah.
You'd think after a millennia we'd figure it out.
Yeah. Not everybody was a Cato.
Yeah.
God.
Not even Keita sometimes.
That's right. Cato the censor, who really liked teenage brides.
You are perceiving into a man who is well controlled in his decorum. If he has any reaction, you're not sure you believe it to be a real reaction. He may be doing it just to throw you off, or maybe his actual feeling on the matter.
That's the worst thing about it. Like, he wrote so well, he might be reading me. It's like a Uno reverse situation.
Well, I do wonder after the motivations of a contubernium who may hold grudge against the Senate. I mean, perhaps this mission is something you won't take seriously. Perhaps you'll come here bandit hunting, trying to fill your pockets with denarii. Though at least one of you has no need of such. But all of you are supposed to need none of such.
Is someone gonna tell him off politely, or am I gonna tell him off?
I don't have the Auctoritas to engage in conversation with people.
May I please? Or
I will say to him, who the Lex Arcana chooses to assign to which missions is its business. We go where we are bid. And I assure you, we take all assignments with due gravity. And I will meet this last point and say, and skepticism.
So you don't mind prying into provincial superstitions, even if it might not advance your careers or doesn't involve you hunting down a senator?
You are aware that
Pardon.
you didn't do that on purpose to target senators.
Pardon me, Censor, you are focusing on the matter of senators far too much to be considered a coincidence at this point. Pardon my brusqueness, but is something rubbing you the wrong way?
I may be in the presence of radicals who don't see the justice and peace of the Empire or the lawfulness of its Senate, who may decide
The justice and peace of the Empire got disturbed when those senators were consorting with demons.
So you say.
Yes.
So my axe has claved one in twain, as he was transformed into that which you cannot even comprehend.
I think what our gregarious is trying to project is that similar in some ways to the duties of a censor, Your Honor, ours is to follow our investigations to their end wherever they may lead within our remit. Sometimes that leads to some unknown hedge wizard that's been rousing up the slaves on Latafundia. Sometimes that leads to a praetor in some sun-baked town. Sometimes it may lead to a senator's house. Ours is not a mission of revenge or jealousy or base motives. Ours is to protect the Empire, and if that costs us our lives or our reputations, so be it, so long as the Empire is preserved. Due respect.
And with all due respect, we execute this duty without regard to the rank of those who may be all of the Empire's laws or interests. Cough.
Well, given your orders, I hope the four of you understand the clarity of it.
Yes.
If the axe must fall, it falls after you inform me.
Well, it is a nice change to have someone at the place that we can inform that is not the guilty one, so with pleasure we will do that.
We're good.
So, your briefing then. It has come to my attention, as well as the governor's, that there has been a buildup of brigand strength, the Lusitanian Mountain. Now, some of this could be the normal, everyday work of legionnaires, of no requirement of the Praetorian Lex Arcana arm. However, despite the governor's protestations, I, as a servant of the Empire, have heard reports of ghostly voices, missing servants, and statuettes whose faces match particular patrician. Right, over at Yulia. Yours. I heard you didn't commission anyone out here to impress upon your prestige.
I did not.
Also reports that this person who leads the brigandry in the north is known as the Ravager. Strange eastern power. He waves his hand. That could just be someone really good with an axe, someone who wears wolves on their head like some barbarian, or perhaps, as the emperors have said in the past, the Arcana infiltrates the heart of Rome. It is not for me to investigate the arcane. I am well read and educated, but that is not my duty and expectation. It's your remit, hence your summons. I had expected them to send a more seasoned Cantabarum. I get the sinking suspicion. You four are being sent here for the secondary cause of being under my purview, as I suspect the Senate, in its infinite wisdom, suspects the four of you of abuse of power, of which I will measure, as I have been since you sat down. So, it's to you. Perform your duties. Investigate what is here. Determine whether or not it actually is Arcanum, or if this is merely a matter the governor can handle as he reads to. And if you start getting the itch to go after people in togas and purple-lined robes, perhaps you should inform me first, unless you wish your careers to come to a rather quick dismissal. In spirit of collaboration, I will share with you something that came across my circle of friends, shall we say. And he waves at one of the lictors. He walks out just to a doorway, motions to somebody. And a person bears on a cushion what appears to be a twisted goat's horn with very familiar looking swirls across its surface, etched in red and brown.
We recognize these etchings.
You may all roll for me. I want to say Ingenium. I think that's memory. Triple check, make sure I'm not lying to you. It is Ingenium.
Ingenium. Comparing a goat's horn with familiar lurking swirls etched in red and brown.
Dude, I mean, I have kind of... There is not many options what it is, but that roll in them.
I'm sure I could look through my notes and find it, but
Yeah.
see what happens here. Not much.
Both Tiberius and Calypso, you both have a tingle in your mind of, you have seen it. You have it in your... You've seen it before on in your first investigation.
I was thinking of the tablets, like with the runes combinations.
The multilingual.
Multilingual cultist obsidian tablets. Or whatever
Looks like that was described as like triangles within triangles.
Yeah. Let's go back. I remember that there were swirls somewhere, but I'm not sure where again.
Is there like a rain noise or something playing in the background?
There is. It seems to be raining outside.
Okay. I was glad because otherwise my headphone speakers are doing weird clicky things.
Yeah.
This horn came to a friend of mine in the hands of a dying and he said unto him, "Give this unto the Lex Arcana. The veil thins here." He gestures to you for whatever that means. But I would suppose you would know more of such arcane wibble-wobble than I.
Yes, it is why we are here, is it not?
I would prefer if it wouldn't make any sense to us, but...
And the horn is kind of situated in the table between the four of you.
Yeah, I think I would like to take a closer look.
How do you examine the horn?
well, you say there's like these swirls on there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess basically, I want to try to investigate if that is basically if that thing holds any power or is more like a symbol. Basically looking if the swirls have a certain pattern or whatever, or if they are just like random.
That sounds like the magia to me.
Yeah. To me as well. I was hoping to do that with the magia. Is that any of my specialties?
Specialties do you have?
Interpretation of omens, imperial cults, favor of the gods, and clairvoyance.
The only thing with swirls I can remember, there's nothing about swirls in my notes, was one of the tokens indicating some place was swirly, I think. But I didn't download a copy of that weird map or the thing with all the token things on it. I don't know if there's one up in the chat or not. I'll look.
I'm not sure if that is something my mind makes up, but I'm basically looking very specifically for that part of my notes because I remember that being said at one point, but it might be my head making that up.
There is.
I think it might have been the old druid guy.
That I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm wrong about the Dumaflachi, it looks like.
Interpretation of omens. So, what languages do you speak, Augur?
Not the right ones. I only speak Greek and Latin. But if I can basically get like whatever's on the horn off so someone else might be able to read it, that like see if there is even something to read is I guess the only thing I can do with my language proficiencies in general.
That's what I was looking up. I can my own trail, sorry. Okay. You notice that there does seem to be a certain level of purpose to the swirls. Amidst them seems to be lettering hidden very faintly as you look at the horn from different angles, and the light catches it in different lights. And you can see lettering traveling all along in repetition, all along it. You also get the feeling from this thing that it is the horn itself, although it's been colored and stained to look like a goat's horn, it actually is, in fact, carved stone, worked and polished with masterful care. And you vaguely recall that in certain Iberian omen, there is, in combining the ideas of a coiling spiral with a stone horn, gives you combines into this third possibility that this is a horn from which voices lost in history remain and are passed down for others to hear. By which I mean the horn isn't, in theory, you would play the horn in yesteryear and then the future would hear the song later. At least that's what the symbology is hinting at. So this may actually perform that task. It may be a magic item that does such a thing, or maybe just a token or fetish that is a reminder that that idea exists.
So you would play it now, but then it would be heard sometime in the future.
Something like that, yeah. And Calypso will ask from you Sensibilitas. The lettering, as faint as it is, barely catching light as it does, seems to illuminate as if by many speckles of colored sand against a black background. So at a distance, it would just glitter. There'd be faint glittering that would happen, which would make it look sort of magical or fancy, or like silver, or maybe give the hint that it's inlaid. But when you're like right on top of it, staring at it and angling your head this way and that, you can see the difference there. And it's a difference you may have seen before. The censor sits patiently as you examine and ruminate over the horn in the middle of the table. He drinks his some wine, just casually watching what you're doing. Varrock's kind of probably idly being fed by Corvus, just to keep him from picking at food and stuff. You do not want a hungry bird wandering around a person's home.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially not a hungry bird of prey.
Goodbye, kitty.
They get cranky.
Yeah, I think me, the player, is kind of. I have lost something in my head a little bit, I think.
Is there, like, could you do an ingenium roll or something? See if the character remembers?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to puzzle together from my notes, but it's like this when you look over something and you know that you don't really have the time. But like that kind of dark material, when it's underlaid with like dark material, that sounds like. I mean, we had a bunch of dark material. That's something. It's important to say.
Yeah,
like,
the obsidian tablets.
the obsidian tablets,
Yeah.
but also the cube where we were in was also pretty much dark. And I'm kind of trying to basically puzzle that together with the swirls, because the patterns. Yeah, no, the patterns doesn't I don't find anything with patterns again.
Four of you stare upon the horn with strange swirls and twists. Calypso's puzzled face. The pitter-patter of the night rain outside.
Strange company that you keep, Sensor. Who was this friend of yours, and where did he get this?
Yeah, I don't have anything matching any of that in my notes.
I will require the society to get him to help you beyond what he's already done.
Will a role of command, will a specialty of command apply here? I did kind of command him.
No, he's higher on the curses on arm than you are.
What about decorum?
Decorum.
Cool.
This is one of those advanced rolls, so you have 3 attempts to get him to help you. Each,
Well, it's
obviously.
not going to be this time.
What are we rolling?
I just
The society. Now, Yulia, now with that roll.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, do
Orbis.
you have pages? It's kind of the question.
I do not know.
Because somebody spent a lot of her pietas trying to keep someone out of jail.
Yeah.
And you weren't even in Iberia yet.
So, well, I do have pietas, but that will bring me down to enough that I can't use my ability in the future, and I'm not sure if this is important enough to sap me of that resource.
You have, I believe, Tiberius, that was one of your rolls for this new thing.
Yeah.
So that's one success so far, I believe.
Nice.
How many are we
Wait, no,
needing?
I'm sorry. That's not enough. Higher than that. You need 3 successes. Each of you can try up to 3 times.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
So, attempt number 2 done.
Oh,
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be on this guy like a fucking greyhound. Like, he is under my skin.
For Pete's sake.
Mhm.
That's
yeah,
1.
maybe that's enough. Yeah, that's 1.
It's 2.
Yay.
That's nothing.
I'm giving him my
I
last.
mean, now I'm kind of distracted. I'm not even trying.
And attempt number 3.
Huh.
God.
Hit him with that Mercury
Mighty.
negotiator. Come on.
Sure, heck with it.
Yeah, I'm just not going to get. I'm not going to be able to climb that without a fate intervening.
My
Damn
God.
it. Oh, wait, no, it adds.
It
That's
adds.
It's still
14.
14, but like, still.
After much plying and pulling, because you have a lot of authority, but he has enough authority that he can just fold his arms and go, well, we can take this up with the Emperor, and you just don't have the time to pull him in front of the Emperor, and if he hasn't committed a crime, you could be politically this could be very difficult for you. But you find ways to talk around it and get him to. I will say in this, it's a lot of it is just a matter of answering his questions. Like when you ask him a question, he'll ask you a question, and you just simply answer him honestly, as your characters already have. What about this? Well, we did this. What about that? Oh, we can't tell you about that. It's against the rules. Oh, okay. Really? Yes, really. We'd get in trouble. Oh, okay. What about this? Oh, we can tell you about that. It's that sort of back and forth. So every time you ask something, he asks something. And you're starting to get that feeling after many rolls that, especially at that burst of Mercury, that it's a censor interrogating you to make sure you're not corrupt. To make sure you're actually Cantabarum doing your job.
Okay. He has to do his job, so I won't begrudge him that.
He called me a liar.
To answer your question from earlier, Tiberius, this was delivered into the hands of the priestess of the Memoria Obita.
This is the cult which is so prominent in this town, yes?
A long-serving and loyal cult to Rome. Some Gregari sometimes will come in here saying they found the corruption. They make all sorts of havoc with the locals. You can understand that I may not, and many won't be, terribly forthcoming with the Lex Arcana when it comes to them. For they have been persecuted more than a tolerated cult. Although legally allowed, perhaps ethically shouldn't be. I trust you will act with all due decorum and respect of loyal citizens of Rome.
May we know the priestess's name?
He stares at you levelly. There's a moment where it looks like he might try to ask you a question or try to talk around it, and then he kind of bites it back because he kind of thinks more. He's had plenty of time to ask you guys about your last couple of missions, and you've told him as much as he's allowed to know, because there's certain things you can never tell him. You can't tell anyone outside of Lex Arcana. It's just for their safety, and the law says so. So, And also the GM's looking for. Oh, trying to bite. Where's your?
Buy more time, please. I'm on my third run through my notes of the first adventure.
Aha! Valeria. Oops.
So I missed a bit looking through the notes that was presented to the censor to be given to the Lex Arcana, and there was something after that. Like, given to Lex Arcana in order to...
And tell them that the veil has thinned here. They will know what that is.
Well, that's the thing we've been dealing with since Gaul.
How was that's me, Eula, asking that. How was this? What was the spear looking like that Tiberius had? Was it a spear? I think it was.
Yeah, it was a blue sapphire.
Same way as the spearhead that Corvus found in Mauritania.
It's very
Yeah.
much like a spearhead and nothing else. Yeah, well, I might have just not written down whatever we're looking for, because... Or I'm reading over it over and over. That's also possible.
I will say it is in the Discord.
It's in the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
The swirly thing we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found the tablet and stuff we got from What's-Her-Face.
Mm-hmm.
Iberia is not swirly so much as it is funky. Looks like a 60s. Italia is swirly, almost galaxy-like. Of course, I may be looking in the exact wrong place.
No, you are. The symbol for Iberia is what you see on the horn. It's just warped around the horn.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the symbol... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't quite look swirly, but I can see that if you wrap it.
Okay,
It was a marginal success. That's why I had to be a little vague on it. I was like, well, you do have it in... Your characters had copied it, so... Like, it's in there somewhere.
Okay. I mean... There it was, I just didn't know what I was looking at, so there's...
that's,
that sounds like about that roll. So, I will, Corvus will ask, our orders, as you note, give mention to a new cult, or a newly discovered cult. This does not seem to refer to the Memoria Obita, which is well founded and old. Have you had any word of a new or relatively new cult arising or discovered in the area?
Given the strange omens and appearances of famous persona, in conjunction with these brigands, some would consider them merely brigands. Some would consider them occults of the Lusitanian mountain. I personally think it is mere superstition and fear, but I am not of the Lex Arcana. I cannot legally make that determination.
And the leader's nickname is Ravager, right?
The Ravager.
Yes.
I don't know his proper name, though that may be some transliteration of his actual name.
Does the name Marcus Scribonius mean aught to you? Perhaps an ex-legionary or centurion?
I can't type numbers. Without a rank, it's hard to say. So many have come and gone in the region. I've come across so many names. I mainly deal with centurions, praetors, and stuff, not the lower ranks of the legion. Yet, Scribonius, I've encountered it. I'll look over my rolls and check with me again. I may have an investigation regarding that family, but it's not coming immediately.
It may be nothing, but the bandits we captured on the road mentioned him as their primary contact, leader, and recruiter.
Oh, and as for your discretion, I would advise you strongly to follow that part of your orders, for the governor of Augusta Myrtus likely has heard the same rumors about you four as I have. I have determined that you will perform your duties as is demanded to you under law and writ. Governor, with dreams of Rome and consulship, may decide to not perform any illegal act, but they certainly will be no friend of you four. And I not have writ to overmand a governor who is acting within the law. My authority, how you're here. The Senate's orders make it legal. And of course, the Emperor's decree gives you leave for your dangerous activities. I would not advise you making your job harder or giving me cause to investigate your use or misuse of your power as vested in you by the Emperor.
If I may ask, what is the military power in the region? We have heard that the bandits may number a century or more. Does surely the province would have enough to counteract such a force, but I wonder if locally there is enough to counteract such a force, or even rumored to be more.
Were the legion in the region raised and marched in earnest into the mountain, any tactician would know to flee and scatter rather than face us plainly. Gallian and Germanic tactics of flight and retreat has their advantages in hilly region. Now, the governor would love to come the head of such a legion and march in panoply and horns and drums. But if my suspicion is correct, he marches into a cult. And correct me if I'm wrong, Lex Arcana. A legion will not be enough. As far as the governor's concerned, I am waiting most patiently and with great aggravation for agents from Rome to come here bearing articles of the Lex Arcana to solve this investigation and to present them to the governor so he may take comfort.
I understand.
I understand, well, how easy it is for investigations to be marred by ambition. Noble as it might be. Blind other drinks his wine.
You seem not to have much faith in the governor.
I have not made much faith in any man, not a god. Even the gods have their flaws. How many more we must have then? Or if we had so little flaws, the men of power would not need a censor. And magicians would not need the Lex Arcana.
Mm.
The High Priestess of the Memoria Obita, Valeria. She is sanctioned. Everything is alright with her bona fides, paperwork. She has never been investigated nor looked into.
She has been investigated many times. Accused and tried on at least 5 occasions. Found innocent each time.
Impressive. Who was the leading cause of these investigations? Yourself or perhaps the governor?
Lex Arcana.
Huh.
Every so often, a Contabarum will be sent out here to investigate, look to Memorial Beta, see the lack of Jupiter, rush to the conclusions that will see them promoted.
Do you have records of the Lex Arcana who have come through here previously?
I have my records, but I'm led to understand the Lex Arcana has their own. I can present you with mine.
Well, perhaps a look on our own records and a reflection on that might be prudent. Do you think we'll be allowed into the archives?
Without identifying yourselves as Lex Arcana, I can't see how you could.
Then perhaps your notes, if you are willing to share them, might do us good.
He waves at one of the lictors and they disappear. They call out for something. They'll be here momentarily.
And what sort of notes were you taking? The names of the agents? What they were doing?
The notes I bear primarily revolve around an investigation regarding certain families who have been seen to act with perhaps abundant ambition. And though noble, celebrated, history has shown that ambition can lead astray even the noblest of hearts. And Lex Arcana have been used in the past, as in this case, here, in Augusta Emeritus, to persecute those who would stand against their ambition.
Pawns in a great big game of politics, then.
As the patrician Yulia Rufina might report, everyone are pawns before their betters.
Well, I for one would know better than to speak for the lady herself. We may not all have the same outlook, but very well. I'm assuming... Pardon me, Sensei.
I will just kind of give a small nod at him on that.
Pardon me for the assumption, Censor, but we are to continue this incognito. Is that correct?
Unless I order you otherwise, I need to see good reason to cause a stir.
That's why we couldn't find it, Yulia. Our notes are actually in the Discord chat about Iberia.
Yeah.
Can I copy the link? Yeah.
See, I will tell you, as the notes will report, since it's no grand secret anymore to you, since it is part of your investigation, though I do advise you not to spread it wide, unless you wish to make enemies of even more of the Senate than you have. The families under investigation are the Aquilia and the Yulia.
I say, it wouldn't be the first time.
Happy that some praetor with the last name Aquila is able to send us hither and yon throughout the empire then.
How fortunate for he and his ilk. I presume he expects me to iron you and weigh you down, keep you on gopher work. I'd rather you actually did your jobs, so I can do mine.
Would it be?
We could a trustworthy and hardy local translator might serve us very well in this.
I nod. I certainly do not speak the local dialects.
And we are a long way from Germania.
I will lend you one of my juniors to translate the Iberian lingua for you in their text.
My thanks.
Would it be possible for me to take that horn?
I've entrusted it into the care of the Lex Arcana. You say it is a magical artifact, then I have no reason to hold it anymore. Sincerely don't want to. He swings back some wine. Because the more and more you guys studied it, you've now learned he was getting more and more uncomfortable. He was really expecting oh yeah, it's just a bit of horn. As opposed to stare intently. That's never a good sign the Lex Arcana gets really interested in some artifact he found out in the woods.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
You meant there was basically a scripture going around.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to basically transfer that in parts onto like paper to kind of roll it out, so whoever can speak the language might be able to read it.
You'd have the equipment for such a thing. Make sure you make it legible. I'm clicking everything but what I need. I'm on the wrong set of tabs. Let's try that again, everybody. There we go. I need from you... I'll be magnanimous and offer either Coordinatio or Scientia.
We know where we would go.
I clicked it. There we go. You're able to transliterate it over. You do basically some pencil rubbings, as it were.
Yeah.
It takes a bit of... It's not pretty. You're not going to get high marks at the Scalara, but it's enough. It works.
Yeah.
It's legible.
I rarely worked with twirled objects. It's shitty because our paper is not as, like, bendable.
To whom... Does the translator go to either Yulia or Corvus? Because he'll entrust it to someone of high rank.
If you have no objection, I think it might be better off if he goes with me.
Okay, that works.
Since more of my abilities are around social stuff.
Yeah, me no talk good.
So quietly, a junior member of the Censor's auxiliary comes into your care who speaks Iberian. And Latin. Sorry, they read and write, and they also read and write it. That's probably important.
Yes.
They can't do anything in combat. Their only function is to translate Iberian for you.
That's fine.
And if they come into trouble, their only legal recourse is to refer to you. They are a pleb. They have no protection outside of you.
All right.
And if fallen, he's supposed to flee to Censor Gaius. Censor Livius, rather. So if you want to get him again, you'd have to go get him. Because he's following his orders.
Makes sense.
Because his paperwork is very specific, and if he's found acting outside of it, he gets in a lot of trouble really fast. Basically, his bona fides are extremely limited. It also keeps him from just running off and doing stuff. He can't go drinking, he can't go partying, he can't do anything else. Like, no, your life is whatever she says it is. You do what she tells you, and that's it. What if she falls? Then come back to me. But you don't get to decide otherwise. You don't have that freedom. You want freedoms? Fine. Take up carpentry. Go away. Don't work in government.
That is the work of those damn Christians. You do not want to work in carpentry.
Yeah, stone masonry, that's what the real works. Real Romans work with stone and steel. Iron, sorry. Fuel isn't a thing yet? Question mark.
Coal is considered fuel. So is wood, I suppose.
Also, whale oil, I think, was the thing.
Ow.
Corvus gets attacked by a cat once again.
True Romans are bakers because they make true Roman bread for true Romans.
Not that Gallian baguette stuff, ugh.
But in any case, I think we have taken up enough of the censor's time. Shall we head out to get some sleep and think it over in the morning?
We should.
I grab the horn. I always have so good experience with taking artifacts.
Play it. Play a crazy tune on that horn, man.
Beep, 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 beep.
The censor casually dismisses you. And before you leave, they walk over and hold out the notes to. They look to the censor. The censor indicates in a questioning gesture at Yulia and Corvus, like which of you two are taking the notes. Because it's like a small tome of notes.
I'll take it and carry it since it's a tome.
Me too.
It actually eats up one encumbrance. It's a lot of paper. It's a lot of notes.
Goodness, it is a lot of notes. But I have encumbrance to spare, actually. So.
Oh god. The symbol kind of implies very bad handwriting if your eyes are bleeding from it.
It's okay. I actually have a point in decipher.
Wow.
I can read cursive.
Actually, I should keep him.
But can you read Dr. Cursive?
No one can read Dr. Cursive.
Not even doctors.
Not even the doctors. Pharmacists just kind of guess.
No, that's what phones are for. So what the hell did you write here again?
Right.
It's always paracetamol.
50 milligrams of something. What? Sugar? Salt?
Which is Tylenol on this side of the water.
Nah.
I remember the first time I ran into that in a British book, and I had no idea what drug they were talking about.
Paracetamol.
Look it up.
It's funny enough because usually, like someone who works in a pharmacy for long enough just knows the shape of what a doctor is writing. They don't need to read the letters anymore.
Blonde, brunette, redhead. Yes, you step out into the rainy night streets of Augusta Emeritus. Meritus, rather.
Cloak overhead.
Yeah.
I think it's high time we found ourselves a tavern and spent the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with a night's rest, unless you are doing something at the tavern during the night.
I would
Real quick,
give the
oh,
others basically what is on the horn and see if one of them is maybe a little bit more competent in languages and might be right or
Right.
something.
Let me give you that translation because you have to translate. Bing, there it is. Come. Whoa, wrong direction. There we go. The voices do not perish, but coil in the spiral. What has been shall be again. He who hears does not remain silent. He who is silent does not live. Rise, keeper of eternal echoes. Your sound overturns what time has lost. The Ravager will come, and none may flee him, lest they follow the ancient voice.
I'm so glad that you posted it in there.
Yes, that's very nice.
Yeah, what a load of mumbo jumbo.
Stonehorn of kept echoes. There's Closepin. Jumping.
So let me run it by you guys again. That plan that I had. Why don't we get recruited by the mountain dudes?
Sounds like a good idea, actually.
I literally don't think I
Not think
can.
I was going to say that.
Does
Why
Diana
not?
forbid you, or
No, I literally can't lie well enough.
Yeah.
My desociete would screw me up almost, I mean,
The minute he's alone,
You
he's
can
dead.
just
well,
stand
nobody's gonna come up and
silently
ask you like,
with
"Hey, are you Lex Arcana?" And I'm like, no. Nobody's gonna come and ask you that.
it's not going to be that. I mean, it's, well, for one thing, none of us speak the language.
That's fair.
So we're obviously all out of here. But for another thing, it's going to be hard for me to maintain an alias. Now, I don't mind being the sneaky support guy who's lurking in the darkness, to come at need. But I'm just saying, I think asking Corvus to go undercover is a misuse of his talent.
That's fair.
And perhaps leading on his weaknesses a bit too much.
Honestly, the only role that I can play for you is a mute kind of oracle type situation, but that will not help you, so.
Okay, so
I mean,
basically
unless-
only Yulia and I can infiltrate, right? Or
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do any of you speak German?
no, but we speak the King's Latin or the Emperor's Latin.
Well, that was my only other thing. I could probably pose as, a taciturn German if one of you could speak German, because it would be somewhat unlikely that the Iberian guys would. But
Mm.
but I don't think we share any of our foreign languages with each other.
Calypso and I both speak Greek.
Ah,
All Greek to me.
Calypso and Yulia
Beat me to
Rafina are basically from regions who you're like, nope, we speak the important language, we don't have to learn. We're basically from America. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong. Although Britain gets a fair share of that blame too.
Yeah. I wanted to add that as well because, they
Oh no,
also.
kidding! You fell off the desk.
No.
Oh no! Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
He landed on his feet.
He was very surprised though.
I can land on my feet from heights. A discovery.
More like, how the hell did I get here?
Kitty logic. I can teleport. No, you cannot.
Little cutie.
Thinks really hard about where the food is. Doesn't work. Is disappointed.
So yeah, it's not necessarily a bad plan. I just think putting Corvus in the middle of it as a volunteer risks exposure.
No, I understand. Well,
I could be doing something else while you infiltrated. But it sounds to me like at some point we're going to need to blow that horn.
I think so, yes. Perhaps that will be the signal. We go in when we hear the horn sound.
Oh my god.
But can we control it? No. We'll just have to pray.
Unless they follow the ancient voice.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should try that horn tomorrow.
Yeah, you're the magic.
A little bit away from... I don't know what I'm doing here. I just want to make that clear. Like, it's not even, like, that is made from stone. Someone took in the time to form that out of stone.
Well,
and we will see.
So if we blow it, it may be that we hear something, or it could be based on some other rumors we have about it that we blow it and we may not hear the voices immediately. Maybe one of those things where we blow it and then, at some fortuitous time or something, the voice leads us out of danger. I don't know.
You want me to blow it now and we hope that we get, like, the tone tomorrow?
No, I'm thinking like, I'm not at all against blowing it tomorrow, like you suggested originally. I'm just saying it's going to be interesting if we don't hear anything immediately, but I'm not going to be surprised if then somewhere down the line, some voice goes, "Ooh, don't eat that toadstool," or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's... If we remember that the feeling that it gave when we were in that little block and had the Iberia thing. So there was voices, but there was, I think, the feeling of sinking into the ground.
Yeah, I linked to it. It is voice echoing and sinking into the ground. Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's... I can't remember if that was the voice echoing and sounding like it was sinking, or if that was the voice echoing and we felt like we were sinking.
I think just from how we worded the other things, it sounds like it's two different things.
Yeah.
Like, the other thing was air rushing by and weight across shoulders.
Mm.
And, yeah, that's always two different... One is, like, always kind of one sentiment, and this other one's the other one. So, I'd say it's two different things.
Someone maybe want to scan through the notes with me? I'm sure this will be an investigation.
Yes.
Well, let's see here.
If it's exploration, my hawk can help.
It is not okay. You know what? Exploration. Don't worry. You automatically make it. You found the notes.
Aha! Good work, Ferox.
Ferox is very confused. Where are the notes? Where are the notes? Where are the notes, Ferox? There they are. Tap, tap. Thank you. I don't know why we needed 3 checks at this, though. I'm gonna ask for it's Dicientia. Difficulty is 9. Number of successes 9.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's a different
thing.
thing.
It is a tome.
We will take 4 weeks for that.
This ain't the party for this kind of job.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well, there's one.
Hey, good work.
Wait, what's the success threshold? So difficulty 9. Ah, well. Have the gods
But-
smile on me 3 times. Let's go.
If many of us assist, we lower the threshold.
I don't think that works in an investigation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It
Corby.
doesn't, no. Because it's essentially all of you are rolling together to investigate something.
Ah, dang. Oh well.
Here's my 3 to
Okay.
get it out of the way. It ain't good, Chief. It ain't good.
1.
Why 3?
I thought we only got 2 kicks.
You only got 2 kicks here.
Okay.
And then ignore the last roll, look at the 2 ones, and laugh.
Attempt number 2. Nope.
Gotten worse.
Right.
I'm stopping with the rolling. I think I'm just sitting here.
2.
That's 2. And that's it for today.
Well, Corvus, see it in that way. In 4 days, you will be done reading these.
No, 7 successes left.
Yeah.
Alright.
I have one question. Why exactly is your family under investigation? Your
Probably they upset someone. I say with a shrug. It's not the first time, and it will not be the last.
Yeah. It's not like the Yulia have ever been investigated.
Okay,
It's not-
so no idea what they.
Any family powerful enough gets investigated sooner or later. You don't gain power without making enemies.
Honestly,
Some of the investigations are even warranted.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly,
But-
I love your new titles because that makes us so invisible, and I'm very fine with that.
After
I've never been invisible, much as I may have wished it.
after beginning my research into the notes, Corvus will get a good night's sleep in a comfy bed and thereby regain 11 hit points, or actually only 10 because that maxes me.
Yep. Each of you
I
sleeping,
will-
get your vigor in healing because you.
Oh, yeah, true. I had only one
vigor.
hit point.
Yes. So 10.
Guys, I'm nearly half. I'm nearly half full.
3, 4,
6 HP.
5, 6.
And finally, I'm not wounded anymore. Yippee!
Huzzah! I am well. I have wake up and am uninjured.
Yup,
I've
same.
recovered fully.
Yeah, I still look like shit.
If we run into trouble today, Calypso, just stay behind the rest of us.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to do usually, but last time people just came up to me and started stabbing me.
That's fair. For our part, we'll try
Honestly, if they
get
would have just
surprised.
asked me for my money, I would have given it to them.
Understandable.
That's the normal reaction for people robbed on the road.
Yep.
Yeah. Just talk to me and don't attack me.
So how shall we begin today?
Paying a visit to Valeria, perhaps?
I agree.
Maybe we should get it out of the way and look into these notes again.
Oh yes, nothing like notes over breakfast.
Not the worst idea.
Yes.
Here goes.
Very well. Give me some of them. I'll assist.
Hey, there's one.
4.
God damn it! What's up with you? You're so good at this.
5.
It's gonna
Six.
take a while.
That is like we shortened the time a lot.
Only 3 left.
We might be, if with a little bit of luck, we might be able to do that tomorrow.
Let us hope.
Maybe it will take us 4 more weeks. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Yes, so let us seek out Valeria. I'm assuming the Temple of Memoria Obita would be a good place to start.
I agree.
Trying to decide whether I want to put on war gear or not.
Oh, we said no. We're still trying to
What?
be on the
Yeah.
down low.
I do think Corvus will put on his, leather armor though, because I can put a tabard or cloak on over that, and it just looks kind of like bodyguard armor. So I don't think that's terribly conspicuous. Or am I wrong, GM?
You'll look like you're in light war gear, but if there's only one of you that's like that, then the presumption may be that you're a bodyguard. If all of you are in heavy war gear with your weapons out and all your armor on, you look like a Cantabaro.
Well,
if it's just one person, it isn't that weird.
Yeah, I'll do my thing of, kind of walking, behind and to the side of Yulia or Rafina, doing the whole bodyguard act that I've done before. Just to kind of underline that deception.
Very well.
Well,
And then let's head to the temple.
Mm.
on your way to the temple, you notice that there's some trouble ahead. Ahead of you, you notice that on the road, that there is what appears to be a carriage train that has stopped in the middle of the road, as it looks like the road, the public road, has some very subtle looking holes in the ground, just enough that if a driver were careful, they could probably get around them, but this one missed it, and just the absolute worst scenario happened. It just turned, and the whole thing just went over and poof, just slammed on its side and spilled all its goods all over the road. So now there's this big mess. It's the center carriage, so now the other two are kind of waiting for that one. One's ahead, don't want to go without it. The one's behind, kind of have a wagon in the way. So you see a bunch of people trying to figure out what to do and starting to gather up the mess. There's a small Cantabaran legionnaires who are very unpleased that demanding the road be cleared now, and the merchant's telling them, we are trying. But if you didn't notice, there's a wagon in the way and there's stuff on the floor, so give us a second.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look around. This seems like a perfect ambush kind of situation.
Mm.
Yeah, high alert.
Okay, so to detect a surprise, that is, let me make sure I'm not cheating you. Almost said develop, that sounds correct.
I'm such a goody two-shoes, I didn't even think of that. I thought of that like, yeah, we can help them.
I'm just playing the bodyguard to the hilt.
Right in their guts, to the hilt.
Yeah. My principal could be in danger. What's going on here?
Oh wait, haha. I know what page. Look it up. Spotting an ambush is sensibilitas. My mistake, I'm sorry. All of you can roll, because at least one player highlighted that you might be in.
Oh, sorry, what are we rolling?
Sensibilitas. See if we can detect an ambush this time.
What do I have for
I'm very
that?
sensible, but we'll try.
Funny thing is, I'm pretty sensible, but I never can roll that well.
My rolls are
I mean,
really bad. There we go.
You had a few good
I'm
rolls
god awful.
earlier.
The group of you see no signs of an ambush.
All right. Do we want to help, or do we just kind of want to like skirt around this kerfluffle?
I would like to offer my help in basically putting stuff back on the wagon or something. I don't know if...
You say the wagon is
Stronger.
overturned. Is there anyone hurt?
Looking around, miraculously, no.
Well, let's approach the man then. Ave, you require assistance.
You there! What's your business? Says one of the legionnaires who notices you coming up.
We see an overturned car. We were asking if we could help.
Why? What do you care?
We're good and honest citizens of the Empire. Why do you care?
I am a legionnaire of Augusta Irtis. You,
Well,
citizen.
only for you.
Excuse me, citizen? What was that?
I am an ex-Praetorian.
Oh, sure you are. And I'm the Emperor of Rome.
And this is Domita Julia Rufina.
Can I be of assistance to you, Julia Rufina?
You can get this
you can-
road cleared so my lady may proceed on her way without having to traipse through these muddy fields. This is no way to treat a high patrician of Rome.
They complain that the wagon is heavy and demand legion assistance. Which is not how that
Why
works.
are you talking to me?
Because
Get to
you're...
it.
Give me to society.
I will try to help.
There you go.
Stop talking!
I'm trying to play the bodyguard role, but you're right. I don't need to talk.
I will from now on play the mute oracle. I'm sorry.
Does command
Priest,
work?
Whatever.
It does, yeah, because Corvus has really laid the groundwork that you're ordering him through Corvus to move.
Yeah.
Hopefully 10 is enough.
This is not, he's just a guard. There's no way he has no. Maybe the fate will intervene. Nope.
Hooray.
Good lord, man, you rolled worse than I did. What the hell?
He's just a legionnaire. His way of getting people to do things is to bellow, do this or I'll beat you over the head. And usually that's a good argument, but not an argument he can use with patricians.
Christian's surrounded by other people that can bonk him over the head.
Only one of you looks like you're in war gear. Even then, cheap war gear.
It's not cheap. It's good leather armor.
It's just leather. He has proper armor. He does a real job, unlike you bodyguards and your mercenary work.
Boo-hoo, he got a centurion to boil his leather fort.
Yeah.
Bully for him.
We will work post-haste to try to get them moving. Actually, better yet, if you don't mind waiting a minute, we can get a carriage. We can get some horses sent to get you around.
I thought we were mounted already, sorry.
Are you meant?
I think we were, no?
We brought horses. I didn't know if we were walking to the temple or riding.
It
From
seems like a
Corvus's
fair distance
diction, he
walk.
made it sound that you were going through muddy fields, like on foot. I'm like, oh, okay then.
Well, her royal horse must not trample the muddy fields either.
Yeah.
It must
In my
walk on
head-
silk.
In my head, we were on foot, but to be fair, I didn't check the distance or anything. So, yeah, if it was any kind of distance to the temple, we probably would have mounted up. We own these horses,
Yeah.
for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you would say, I can help guide you to a sturdy bit of ground around the road.
Why don't you stand aside and let me help this man get this cart back on track? Or better yet, why don't you put that good muscle of yours to use, soldier, and help me out?
If you think you're so strong, go ahead, citizen. I'd like to see you push that over.
I'll dismount.
It's
Head over
vigor.
to the cart.
Tiberius,
Oh, sorry, Dicapore.
Tiberius, pray do not throw your pack out.
I'm old, but I'm not that old, my lady.
Again.
Yeah, the Legionnaires actually come over to watch, and a couple of laborers come over to help you because they have been trying to. Oh, this is so heavy. Oh god, there's so much stuff. Get more stuff out of it.
Well, my friends and I like to call, here's a bit of bullshito for you. Wondering if you'll take it. So, Tiberius has been, he's experienced in setting up camps, and military camps specifically.
Okay.
An overturned cart here and there in a military camp, it happens. Things get out of control.
Yeah.
Let me roll the bellow with Castro specialty.
Lavage.
Let me come back to you in a sec. No, the other way, you silly search function. Knowledge of life in military camps and their organization and how to set up tents and defenses.
He will use a catapult eye to flip the wagon.
Now we will fire a
I will take Castra because you're not just doing it, it's not just a raw feat of athleticism that on your own, you're directing everyone else. Here's how you overturn a wagon, get this bit of wood, you go over there, you do this, you do that, and 1, 2, go. And then it becomes like a coordinated effort to put a wagon back in place.
Exactly. Like one famous Greek, if I may be so bold, said, "Give me a lever and I shall move the world."
Yeah.
Greeks.
Heck, you don't even need to Legionnaires for this, just levers in the right spot and knowing what to do. Yep.
There you go.
Oh. The cart is pulled up, and now they still have to pick up stuff, but the easy part is they can move the wagons kind of out of your way so you can ride, so they give you room for your horse to go by, and they can clean up later.
I'll go back to the Legionary. Well, gentlemen, shame that I'm not paid as well as you are. And I'll mount up.
You hear someone shout out in Iberian to the group of you.
Translator?
He looks to Yulia and says, he's saying something, you there, you four. He's looking around to see who's the one shouting at you. Because he hears it, he just doesn't know who's saying it.
Well, ask him what is it.
He starts shouting out in Iberian. And from over a hill. Oh wait, you're on the road. I have city music on. My bad. Sorry. Your name, sir. I need to know it even if they don't know it yet. There it is. Thank you. Can't see it, but we... And coming over the bend is an elderly man, dressed in rather robust-looking leather work clothes, and a rather floppy-looking hat on his head, as he kind of ambles his way in your direction. He's shouting and pointing at the wagon, and pointing at you guys, and pointing at the wagon, pointing at the person. Your translator is a little flabbergasted and is saying stuff back to him.
What is he saying?
He's wondering why we made this mess, why we're cluttering the road. Could we hurry up? And a string of profanities.
Oh, send him off.
He points at Tiberius. Says something.
This bruiser will hurt you. Shut up, old man.
He says, "Are you the person of questionable intelligence who tipped over that wagon?"
No.
Questionable intelligence. Well, he's not wrong there.
He wasn't speaking to you, good lady.
I know he was speaking to me. Well,
Shall I tell him no?
How's this for an answer? And I'll take out my axe and, like, from the horse, just, like, slam it into the ground. Head first.
The Legionnaires look in your direction and put their hands on their swords.
He's
Let's
making
not
friends again.
murder anyone, please.
Relax.
The old man doesn't flinch.
Well, then I'll drop down to my axe and I'll pick it back up on the ground. Perhaps the old man wishes to repeat what he said.
He looks at Yulia.
Corvus leans forward and whispers to Yulia, "We could just keep riding."
Let's just go. We don't need to slaughter this foolish old man over nothing. We have better things to do with our time.
Quite right, my lady. Quite right. I'll pack up my axe and mount up.
Corvus will
Sorry,
say,
Legionnaires. My axe fell.
Corvus will say in Latin, You speak Latin, Granddad."
Gives you a look, and he starts gesturing and pointing and saying things. The short answer is yes. Does the translator?
"We weren't the ones who caused the mess." A gesture towards Tiberius. "He's the one who set it back up straight. We're trying to get through just as much as you are. Good day to you." And then, let's ride on.
The old man carries on for a little bit. The translator just keeps talking back to him.
Yes, well, I plowed his mother.
Please don't translate that. I will say to the translator.
Didn't know you're into gilfs.
Oh, she's probably dust by now. Goodness.
And eventually the old man goes over
That
to
makes it better.
The old man will go over and start harassing the Legionnaires who are actually incredibly patient with him. They're like, ugh. They start saying stuff to him. And one of the merchants goes over to him and starts, making gestures of apology. You need to be having a rather animated conversation as you retreat away from them.
You don't want to say that, but he complained terribly much. Just saying.
Translator refrains from pointing out if someone else in the party complains a lot. He wants to live.
I will give the translator a cross-eyed look.
A cross-eyed look, will you?
Exactly. I am crossing my eyes because I am a man of questionable intelligence.
I swear to God, if he does that and says "uwu," I'm putting an arrow through his head.
No, that's for when we play Maid RPG. No.
Oh, right. Come on, thirsty sword lesbians.
Yeah.
Wrong music, sorry. Or something else. And you eventually ride up upon a rather grand temple with many depictions of the goddess Proserpina, also known as Persephone, for those who what we're talking about, if you're more familiar with Greek.
Thank you. Thank you for using normal names.
And you see the one thing that is irregular. One, this is a grand, large temple. The ones in Augusta Emeritus are like smaller temples near various places where foodstuffs are stored, or where markets are, where certain people's homes are. This is a grand temple. And you actually see there's a couple of wagons here already. You can see there's a few traveling farmers who have come by, and they're offering bits of their bounty to the air. Because it is autumn, so it's the perfect time to say farewell to spring, since it is far away, in hopes that spring shall return after the winter. So thanking spring for giving them the harvest and start with, that sort of thing. But over its mantle, in bold, chiseled letter, is Memoria Obite. Not something you see over her temples all that often. At all. Do you dismount your horses as you enter the temple? Or do you stay outside?
I'll dismount and enter.
Yeah. Is there a place to hitch or stable said horses?
There's a hitch nearby, yeah. You are aware there's probably a Mancio probably a little up the road when you think about it. It's like, because and actually as you stare down the road, it's like, yeah, there's a Mancio a little bit further on. But that's usually if someone was going to be here for longer than, say, an hour or two. Like, you're actually going to stay and perform some rite or something, and it's going to take days to do. You'd probably lodge them at the Mancio, come back on foot, and then do what you want. If you're just going to be here for a tiny bit, you just hitch them here.
Yeah, I'll give a silver denarius to a boy or girl to watch the horses and raise a ruckus if anybody besides us tries to take them.
A farmer's son gladly takes the denarii, and a farmer is more than happy for the family to earn an extra bit of money. So
there you go. Yep, let's head on in.
Yep.
Sleepy kitty. Oh, you got little black beans. Oh my god, you're so cute.
As Corvus plays with the cat.
That's totally what Corvus would do if there was a little black kitten there. You would be lost. Oh, they're all black. That's so cute.
Actually a monster, haha. No,
Oh yeah, it's a cat.
Oh, is that like a special magical? No, it's just a cat.
It's just a cat.
Do I get to check for ambush? No.
No.
You just
You know
are.
it's coming.
Yeah. Standing before you, commanding the entire chamber, although there are many people attending to their duties and helping the various farmers. In the center of a room is a lady of long, dark hair and bright, greenish eyes. Hair a bit tanned from being seen in the sun quite a bit. Her robes hinting at the colors of Persephone, the colors of spring, so greens and golds and browns. You see the allusions of Roman clerical attire, but it is very clearly Iberian in make. It's a little more sturdy. It's meant for going up and down mountains all the time, rather than the nice softer mounts and hills and roads and urban nights of Rome, Italia. Except for northern Italia, they're weird. Sorry to all northern. But
well, the southern Italians will agree with you.
She turns and looks at the group of you walking in. She crosses the room almost immediately. With a very purposeful stride. And she looks at each of you in turn, but her eyes stop in place on Yulia Rufina. Her eyes kind of enamored with her hair.
Calypso has the same color.
Seems rather enraptured by yours.
Oh,
Are you redhead or
Alright.
blonde? I forget.
They're both
We are,
redheads.
we are both redheads, which is
Okay.
like the most ironic thing.
Well,
Yeah.
both Celts.
Guess I could have just looked at your tokens, but
yeah. Literally, my character's hair is so distinctive, it is the basis for her nickname.
yeah, that's fair.
Well, I just like that picture.
I'm Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I know.
He stares in wonder.
Greetings.
Oh, sorry. Hi. Greetings. My my Latin is good. Yes.
Well enough.
Oh, that's good. May I have your name, dear lady?
Yulia Rufino.
Ina. Fitting name. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Valeria of the Memoria Obita Priesthood. Priestesshood? Priesthood. Order of Persephone. Haha. No. Prosperina. How can I be of help to you, dear lady?
We we are assigned here to uncover. Actually, I'll hesitate for a moment. Is she speaking in? Oh, she is speaking in Latin.
Yep.
We are assigned to uncover a new cult. We understand yours is tolerated. We are looking for a new one. Thus, not your group. I'm trying to reassure her, given how often given how often she has apparently been persecuted.
I see. Well, I must remind you, under the auspices and legatus of the Lex Arcana, it is inadvisable to pursue cults which are not imperial, so not to imperil thy soul and spiritum in the hereafter. So says the Emperor.
We understand. We investigate their actions here. Have you heard anything about these groups?
Oh. Your Lex Arcana.
Boo.
I see.
Not me. Nope. Nope.
He looks around at all four of you again. Looks back at Yulia. At Rufina.
We would appreciate your discretion on this.
We take no issue in your cult. That's not why we're here.
You provided or passed on an artifact to the censor
Yes.
recently.
Ah.
No.
Like to know if you know aught more of it than we've been able to determine thus far.
Wait. He looks at all of you again. We all met before? Your
I
faces
do not
seem
believe
so
so.
familiar. You don't believe so? Oh,
May happen in a dream.
He says something in Iberian under her breath. Shakes her head. Nods. You are of the Ulii, dear lady, I presume, from your name?
I nod. Yes.
Then I will cooperate in as full and as much as I can if you swear unto me that I am not the one under investigation. Currently, at least. For I will take your word over any others.
I swear on my family line.
She smiles and
May
nods.
the gods strike us from the history of Rome if I lie.
All of you, roll for me, Arcturus.
I'm so sick of people doubting my wisdom. Like,
Arcturus.
I'm literally getting bonked by my god if I lie.
What the hell?
Yeah, there's a reason why I swore by the gods and not my god, because my tutelary has no problem with lying.
Yeah, it's like, why is she trusting you over me? Your god is like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. She apparently does trust you more than my...
Calypso, do you have any lack in pietas?
Let me check. I think yeah. Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Regain 6.
Now I don't have any leg anymore.
As you feel that the kindness and soft hand to a priestess of Persephone, although she is not the tutor of any of you, you get the feeling she appreciates you being nice to one of her princesses. And being, even when you don't technically have to be, you're choosing to be. That's appreciated. And the lady will guide you all into the inner sanctum of the temple. Some people do look over. Are any of you armed currently? Beyond your normal war gear?
I mean, hidden under the cloak is the axe, I suppose.
I would have my gladius and my zumbara, but they would not be... like, I would not be wearing my lorica.
There is a spot you notice where some weapons have been set aside as you pass deeper into the inner sanctum. The priestess makes no move to ask you to do so, and you know the reason without rolling. It's automatic. Your Lex Arcana, you are guardians of the gods, essentially. You are meant to fight for the gods of Rome. So you're allowed to be armed in Primaria because if someone's violating it, you're supposed to stop them. You're the last defense.
I will still set my weapons aside because we're trying to be discreet here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shall do as well then, because, where everyone goes, Tiberius must follow.
2 of you have disarmed.
I mean, yeah. Not that I was ever really armed. I don't need my sling down there. It wouldn't help me.
But of Corvus.
No, I'm the bodyguard. I'm still staying armed.
Okay. There is no challenge to your Arcturus or Pietus. You are Lex Arcana. It is, although it's perhaps not covert what you're doing. It is, as far as the gods concerned, the gods have their rules, men have theirs. You are violating no law of the gods, therefore they are not mad at you.
I'm a hunter of men.
Yeah.
It says so.
The group of you step into a chamber where you see grand, shimmering, iridescent walls, the marble catching every bit of light from the candles within. And there seems to be a narrow slip of sunlight being allowed into the chamber that seems to illuminate the floor like so much stars. You can see here, instead of two statues of Prosperina in different poses, there's one of Prosperina, and there's one of a goat who is climbing atop a mountain, and behind him two wide eyes. Valeria walks in. She takes from a pouch and says in Latin, "May spring come to us always, and may we know your kindness when winter ends." She offers to Prosperina. She walks over to the other altar and says something in Iberian, and then makes an offering. What appears to be a small bit of wheat from her pouch. Then she bows to it as well. She comes back to stand in the center of the room, hands gently clasped. Her eyes keep darting at Yulia, but she takes a deep breath, tries to calm herself. Then she bows a little bit to all of you.
If you don't mind my asking, why would you trust my word over that of my fellows?
In my capacity as a priestess of this hallowed ground, I am here in service to the guardian of gods, the emperor of men. I would, if you press it upon me to answer you, dear lady, I will answer as it is my duty in this place. But I beg of you to allow me to answer such a personal question, not in their immediate presence. For it is a concern of the heart, not of the soul.
She's got the hots for you.
Very well. I will say. Perhaps one of my relatives.
You ask me about the horn.
Yes.
Yes, my analysis kind of... I feel like I'm lacking something. So, how did it get into your possession? Or into the possession of the man that brought it?
One late night, as I sang a song that came from my heart, I heard footsteps running through our halls, shouts of distress. I came out from this sacred place to find him dying in the middle of my temple. There he bid me to gift it to the Lex Arcana, to warn them that the veil had been pierced here.
He said that it had been pierced.
She nods.
And
What did
when
this
you-
man look like?
Iberian man with a touch of Germanic blood to his chin. He was young, healthy even. Yet he looked like he'd been beaten many times over. I do not know how he found the vigor or ratio to get himself here. How much the fates intervened, or how much a tutelary of his may have guided him. I can only pray his acts will be in service to the people of the region, the Empire. He was the son of of Gaius Plancus, former chief engineer of the aqueduct systems. He was not pleased upon hearing his son's death.
I can't imagine any parents would be.
If you don't have to answer that question, but it is more of me trying to make sense of a vision I had. Could it be that you saw our faces in the stars?
I saw you all in dreams. And in my dreams, I remember singing a song for each of you. And for one of you, I remember the song being most ill and sad. Face of anger. Yet naught but tears came from me.
Who was it?
The good lady Yulia Rafina.
Are you a seer? Can you tell the future? Or the past?
I've never known myself an augur, priestess of rebirth, death, spring. A guide to seek the gods' blessing and favor, but never to see you in the stars. Never to see the faces of whole people, the Lex Arcana, to be looking back at me from the stars.
Well, I wasn't... You might have been... Let's say... The wind carried your song far. For I have at least heard of its existence, even though not of its contents.
You all may roll sensibilities.
I don't want to.
Okay.
You don't have to. You can refrain.
I will try. I will probably not roll well.
I will also
I-
try because business focus is not bad.
Ooh. Calypso
Seven.
sees through it. There's something else that concerns Valyria. You can feel a weight about her, an aura almost hanging over her soul that she's trying not to reveal.
Mysterious.
I think just to kind of assure her of my trustworthiness, I will not say anything and only give her a look of that I noticed it, basically.
Her eyes look very familiar to you.
Hmm.
See if there's stitches in her tongue.
And sorry to switch back to the horn. Could you have you ever seen something like that?
I have heard tell of a goat horn heavy as a rock. That can call out to that which was forgotten and bring it back and rebirth it into today so it may never be forgotten. The horn, if it is what I think it is a horn by Ataegina. Tutelary who has watched over this place nigh on before Rome came to peace. I hesitate to share this, for I've seen many eager Lex Arcana see shadows where none could see. Draw steel against shadows, cannot fight. When I see your faces, I feel as though I should trust you. That I've met each of you before, but I know not how. For none of you are Hyperion, and I have not left this region all my days. And I remember every face of Lex Arcana that has come across my path. For they are quick with they are quick with iron and threats. Yet none of you are. At least to me.
Probably that's a weird question.
I
When we
will
were in that box.
kind of smirk at Tiberius.
The song you sang when the young man brought the horn to you, do you perchance remember it? You said it was a song from your heart. You'll forgive me asking, but over the past months, much has been revealed to us through songs, and so I have become curious of them.
I could sing it, I suppose. It's just an idle song. Hate to bother you with... You think it's augury. Of course it's augury.
Yes.
She rubs her head like, duh. Like she's a priestess, she should know that sort of look.
Corby, that's a weird question, but was her face perchance in that cube with the druid and the singer?
Oh yeah, the faces that were engraved like in the
Yes.
ground. Ah, nice one.
Very good.
I lit a fire where none could see to warm a child who clung to me. A single spark, a breath, a name, a whisper that we live again. Beyond the veil, beyond the night, star still burns, distant light. Though we are lost, though we may fall, we are not gone, we hear the call. Sing for the ones who cannot stay. Sing for the dawn that finds its way. Through shattered lands and silent cries, hope still lingers. It never dies. She looks.
This again.
She looks to you, Yulia, for as she ends it, and then she just begins to just weep. And she just kind of looks surprised that she's crying. She turns away and starts covering her face. And kind of motions at you like, give me a second, give me a second.
These Iberians,
You
so emotional. Not even
are
about
quite
football.
all right.
She eventually collects herself. Sorry. I'm alright. I don't know what came over me. For a second, I saw you at a funeral pyre. Very disturbing. Sorry. I don't know where that image came from.
We dreamt of these songs.
Why not?
And you were not the first to have sung them for us, although some occasionally slightly different rhythms and slightly different wordings, but the same. Carried from Britannia to Gallia to Mauritania and now here.
I see. It's quite the coincidence. I'm sure it'll be of assistance to you.
Well,
I do not believe it is a coincidence.
yes.
What do you believe it is, dear lady?
I shrug. The gods, likely.
She nods. Back to everyone else.
Pretty much, yeah. I fear there is a darkness coming, and your divine patron seems to be very much against it coming. And so are many others.
As they should be.
Have you heard aught of this person calling himself the Ravager, gathering bandits in the mountains to the north?
Well, I have heard of a legend of the Ravager. A stealer of memories. History.
I take a significant look at Julia Rafina and Tiberius and Calypso at that.
I get
Sorry.
I scowl at that a bit.
In my head, I begin to remember that I hopefully still remember how my home looks like. Just a little bit scared.
It is said that a star, will shine over a cursed land. And as the light gets brighter, all bounty and wealth, all chance of rebirth ends as the land is ravaged, forgotten forever. Could the echoes of the past be lost? I've never heard of a person daring to call themselves that. Any would call themselves that in my presence, I would report them for blasphemy. For among the cult of the reborn, to end the rebirth, the end the universe, the world. No more evil act or antithesis to her purpose could I know. If any calls himself that, he needs to be destroyed.
And have those who come here brought any word of the bandits themselves, irregardless of Ravagers?
I have heard no farmer, no rancher come here begging for her aid. But I would think such would be at the feet of Jupiter or Mars, she of rebirth. But if I hear such, I would tell you.
Please do, even if it is talk of shipments of grain or produce not getting to farther markets, anything like that. He's rolling stuff. Everybody get down.
I could only guess they must be north of the river, Gardinia. You would know it as the river Ennis. The roads, although patrolled, the mountains hide much.
Most mountains do. What of a man named Marcus Scribonius? Does that bring anything to mind?
He was a devotee of Mars who was censured for his cowardice in a campaign north of here, across the mountains. I heard that he had offended the governor in his cowardice and had been written out of the rolls and denied his pay. A sad fate. Only I could turn him to priestly duties instead of whatever he does now.
She said in a campaign across the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Does he come here then?
I knew him as a... I met him many times in Augusta Emeritus. He, though I may be a priestess, I, enjoy my drink, and only those with a bit of debello to them can, keep up with me, it seems.
Huh. You don't say.
He shrugs.
Or perhaps you do say.
I am not of the god of wine, but I imagine if my goddess forsook me, I know who I would turn to. She smirks at that joke.
Ha! I'm an alcoholic. Shh.
Calypso steps out for a while, pondering mysteries.
I will ask her. Have you noticed anything unusual of late? Odd complaints from your god's followers, that sort of thing.
I haven't heard from the retired praetor Maxminius for some time. He would sometimes come from the mountains from his hut, sharing wood and lumber for the temple.
Did he have any ties with Severinius in any way?
Could not.
Or any grudge?
I couldn't say, not that I'm aware of.
Whereabouts is his hut?
It's a small, humble household, just along the southern ridge of the Lusitania Mountains, just north of the river Anais.
Do I think she's talking about the hunter's cabin?
And now that she's described it as one, it would also serve as a forester's hut. You just didn't see any lumber or tools lying around. Take those away, it just looks like a hunter's hut.
I fear your friend Maximinius may have fallen victim to the bandits. They were those who attacked us on the road to the city, poured forth from that little hut. That's right, isn't it, GM? Or I'm recalling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can only hope that he, in his final moments, found glory he deserved.
Ah. A Klingon death, yes. Yes.
I
When
would...
you used... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
When you used to meet and drink with Marcus Scribonius, did you have a usual place, or was it Catch's Tavern Can?
Wherever the wine was good and the music was novel.
Because in the club, we are familiar.
Of the horn, he said, looking to where Calypso has left.
Mm-hmm. What of it?
I would ask you to treat it with all due care. If it is what I think it is, then it is a holy artifact of the goddess I serve. And as the priesthoods of Rome have taught me, my goddess perhaps be Prosperina by other means. So in that, I hope that in your capacity as the Lex Arcana, you will preserve the relic. Sure, it is enshrined, whether here or in another temple of Prosperina. If you were to use it for what it is meant for, not else.
What is it meant for?
Birth. Rebirth of memory.
Problem is, by the time you need to remember to use it, you don't remember it.
Like a legionnaire lost in the mountain, looking for their sentry. One blows a whistle, be heard afar. You need not know where you must go, only that you know not where you need. Like so with memory. I'll note to you all that her Latin's gotten really good while she's here. Like she's lost the accent completely.
Like a legionary lost the mountains looking for their sentry. One hears a whistle blown from afar. You need not. What was that? You need not what?
I'm sorry?
I was trying to note down what she said, but I didn't quite make it. Like a legionary lost the mountains looking for their sentry. One hears a whistle blown from afar. You need not something, something, something.
In essence, you blow your whistle to alert others to your plight.
Ah, I see.
Merely being lost does not negate the need of the whistle.
Right.
So too with the horn, when it comes to memory.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I can't think of anything I really need to ask her. Anybody else got anything?
Not on my end, I think. Her whole speech is cryptic and confusing, and my brain hurts.
Much Aubrey is.
Can't say I'm used to being an augur, but I'm glad to be of service, rather than being interrogated. I suppose this is an interrogation by other means.
Speaking of those interrogations, what were you held in contempt for multiple times, if the censor is to be believed? What were the charges?
Practicing for
Not being tolerated.
praying to a forbidden god, performing forbidden rituals, not honoring the Roman gods, performing magic without informing the Lex Arcana, blasphemy, misuse of temple funds.
Oh, I see. And has any of this actually transpired, or are they merely guesses?
I live to serve people and place that I love. No fraud, no violence would I visit on, as you would never do so to your own family, your own kid.
Yeah, the censor pretty much told us that he thought that was.
Right, he thought that was. I know
folks.
he thought that was
Yeah.
Dookie, but I wanted to make sure myself.
Fair enough.
Never know.
And now we know it's nonsense, so... Do you know why others may have accused you of these things? Was it just politicking or prejudice?
The governor has seen fit to occasionally hike local taxation and tribute whenever a new project needs done in the city. And rather than ease it, as all good governors and administrators have, he instead sees not the build and growth of results, but only the end that must happen. And when that has failed, crucifixion follows. And I have protested and advised him in public and private, for it is my duty, priestess of Persephina, to warn when the harvests and the birth are in danger. All is being forgotten for lucre, speed. And then, mysteriously, Lex Arcana would come to accuse me of necromancy or whatever new charge they can think of. I have a dead rat in my temple, therefore I kill rats. I oversaw a wedding, therefore I am overstepping my bounds. There was rain this week. Oh no, I must have summoned the rain through evil ritual, and so on.
Well, pardon me for asking. It was no offense meant.
On her word, I believed I'm not under investigation. I admit I'd be more evasive otherwise. Men of your stature in DeBello have asked the same with kind words and then dragged me out of here, ignoring my pleas of innocence. Never mind that it is blasphemous to lay hands on a priest in their temple, but what do I know of such laws? I'm only a priestess. Apologies, I am whining before my gods. She turns and makes offerings back to the two shrines and comes back to address the four of you, the three of you.
Well, I think we have taken enough of your time, madam.
Indeed. Thank you for your help.
Yes.
You have been most invaluable.
He nods.
And rest assured, this is between us, yes?
Us and the gods.
So it is.
She gestures for you to go ahead of her because she's supposed to close up stuff behind you.
Oh yeah. Go out to where the horses were parked. Yeah, we parked those here.
We back them into the space so we can head out easier.
So we do.
Yulia Rafina, a word?
Of course. And
We'll await you
will-
outside.
And Tiberius and Calypso would have gotten their weapons back as you left. She would wait till after you've crossed the sacred space so you can rearm yourself. Dear Lady Yulia Rafina, I would before you return back to Rome, once this is all done, I would ask a favor of you. But
What favor?
not sure I should ask it now. I dare not distract you too much from your holy duties.
As you wish. Is it one that I would need to conduct here or elsewhere?
It is a matter of the family Yulia, not a matter of the Lex Arcana. Oh, hence why I don't want to distract you too much with personal or family business. I know not the
see.
restrictions the Lex Arcana have on such.
As long as it does not interfere I don't believe there is an issue, but better to err on the side of addressing it after official business is conducted, I think. If you are accepting of that.
Gladly, of course. I know not what augury this may be, so forgive me if I get it wrong. But I believe I have something you should hear. Would you rather I said it now or wait till after?
Let's hear it now. I have served in the Lex Arcana often enough to believe that there are no coincidences.
You did everything you could. And your progeny could know no better mother.
I looked confused at that for a moment.
Abilitas. Oh, I'm sorry. Ingenium. That's my bad. Sorry.
Oh, Ingenium?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually got more dice for me, so I need to reroll.
I figured. I was like, whoops, I gave you the wrong number. Sorry.
Oh, dang. Well,
Well, the good thing is, pretty easy thing to get. You only needed at least 3.
Oh, okay.
Your husband has said those words to you before. Before he died.
Ah.
Though he said children. He didn't say progeny. He wasn't quite that distant.
Yeah. Yeah. Rufina will nod and with a slightly hoarse voice say, "Thank you. I believe I understand what that means." Is there other business?
You look like you can see she wants to like reach out to you or something, and then just like, no, I shouldn't do that. That's not appropriate. And she goes, no, of course, dear lady.
What made you think I need to hear that?
I guess I could see it in your eyes. Words just came to me. Like a song I could never forget. And sorry, I'm not very good at augury. Plainly.
I've traveled with enough augurs to know that it is no simple craft. Um. But question, VM, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Augury is like interpreting omens and stuff, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But not like.
Among other things, but yeah.
Would it include like communing with the dead, or is that more of a magical ritual thing?
Augurs, if anyone were to do such, I mean, anyone can perform magic, but augurs are usually the most skilled at such things because they understand the mysteries and magic of the world more than the average person. Because they understand the gods, understand the magic they wield, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But communing with the dead, not unheard of. It's not a very Roman thing, but it's not unheard of. The dead have sometimes, in heroic tales, have crossed realms and shared words from beyond. But usually it's by messengers like Mercury or other such that would carry the message further and further. Because once you're in the underworld, you're in the underworld. Escaping it is the stuff of legends.
Yeah, there was like, I think, 1 or 2 cases.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even those
did not go terribly well.
Yeah.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I just knew you. I just wanted to tell you before you left. I feel terrible if I didn't dare to tell you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
She smiles and nods. As the lot of you move to the outside of the temple, many questions answered and new ones to be asked. We will leave it there.
Cool.
So, for all of you watching out there, thank you very much for watching. Those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. We'll see you again next time. Bye. Hehehehe. Yeah, I did random roll that bit of road in the middle. I rolled for the travel, and it's like, oh, one on a D. I think it was like a D8. I had to roll 1. It's like, oh, something bad, something happens. That's inconvenient. What happens? Oh, nice. A wagon broke down. I'm like, okay, well, that happens sometimes. The chances of it happening on public roads are so low, just because they're usually patrolled and they're well traveled, and every so often there's people whose whole job is to curate the road to make sure they're being maintained.
Right.
So
good deal.
And there's always a grandpa who's complaining about something.
Get off my lawn! We're not even on your lawn. We're on the highway. Get off the highway! Oh, for the love of God!
Old man screams at cloud.
We've already cleared the road though. Leave us alone. We didn't clear it fast enough. Oh, for the love of... We're leaving now. Bye. Have a nice day.
Oh, got a notification that the reprint of Hardwired Island should be shipping soon.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Oh.